Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Okay, so this is the first of many vlogs to come, inshallah, where I'll be coordinating with Anthony. So he's a fellow vlogger, and so anyway, I don't know what this one is going to be about. I don't know really. So I'm just gonna vlog about my Friday. It is Friday after all. So Jum'ah Mubarakah. I don't know what to talk about really. I don't know. This is really nice though. Like I love this. This is like outside of my apartment. And it's really awesome at night because when I walk home from classes, you look up and like the night sky is awesome. Like this place is particularly like really dark, and you can see a lot of stars, and it's really cool. And it's a big field, so it makes the sky look bigger. So I don't know what I'm talking about really. What am I doing? I don't know. Okay, so I guess I'll do a random video on anything I can think of. I'm just gonna walk around town or drive and show you my town and talk about my day and random thoughts that come to my mind. Okay, so I live in Lawrence, Kansas, and it's an awesome town. Yeah, so I get distracted by books and music. It's a beautiful day in Lawrence. It's like 75 degrees. What is that, 24 degrees Celsius or something? So, what have I done today? Not much actually. I woke up late. I was up all night with some friends, and we had a lot of fun. It was basically the last day of the semester, and then we have a week of finals. It's kind of weird like that. I don't know how many universities actually do that. But anyway, so we just went to the hookah house, and then we watched a scary movie at my place. We were up till like 4 in the morning. And anyway, I got up in the morning and late morning, and me and one of my friends went to Jum'ah. Okay, so there's like a series of 3 khutbahs that we've had, and this Friday was our 3rd one, and all of them were dealing with the topic of justice and injustice. And it's an interfaith thing, so there's a whole bunch of churches and a few synagogues that are covering the same topic of justice, which is really cool. And we've had some really good khutbahs. Like the first 2 were awesome, and the one last week was amazing. Like the one thing that I took from that was kind of how the Muslim community is very up in arms about our own rights. You know, when legislators are trying to pass laws to I was about to say homophobic, Islamophobic laws against Sharia law and weird things like that. We're always up in arms about that. But when it comes to injustices suffered by other faith groups, we kind of are very passive about that. And so I don't know how many people know about this, but there was a shooting at a Jewish community center about 40 minutes away from where I live, and there was a memorial service at the local synagogue here in town in Lawrence, and last Friday the Khatib said, you know what, me and about 5 other Muslims were the only ones that were representing the Muslim community here and in Kansas City. Like we were the only ones at this Jewish community center representing us. And then he compared that to what happened in, I believe it was St. Joseph. I could be getting my facts wrong, but there was a masjid that was burned down, and I'm not sure if they ever proved that was a hate crime, but in any case, the point is the community of St. Joseph donated money to the masjid there and really helped the Muslim community rebuild their house of worship. And do you really see the same thing coming from us Muslims, So standing up for justice isn't just standing up for justice when we suffer, but it's also this inclusive we that we should be aware of. So when our brothers and sisters in humanity, whether they be people of the book or not, if they're suffering injustice in any way, we should be there. That's important, that Muslims stand up for other people's rights. So I'm just like, gay rights, like what? Nobody, they're not going to mention that in a khutbah, unfortunately. But and LGBT rights being not just a non-Muslim thing, but also a Muslim thing, because there's actually gay Muslims out there, so I don't know. But this Friday, I don't know, I have issues with this Khatib, and I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. It's not just a gay Muslim thing, so you can't say, oh, it's because you're gay. You can't say that about it. Okay, because he's like, I can't do it. He's like so political, and he's so, oh my god, what aggravates me is he always uses this like us versus them language. So when he talks about like the disbelievers, he's always like, here in America, even the disbelievers know, that this is true or this is true. So how much more should we Muslims, be like proud of our own religion, And I'm just like, I don't like that us versus them language, that Americans are like unbelievers, and and then there's us bringing this wisdom to the United States. And of course Islam comes with its own amazing message. I mean, I did convert after all, revert, however you want to say it. But anyway, it's just like, I'm American, and I know a lot of people in this community are American too. So I knew that was going to happen soon, but... I thought it was done. Not done yet. It's like, are we in London or something? I don't know. Okay, I think it's done. Okay, so this Friday, like, really got on my nerves. It was the same topic, or khutbah was the same topic about justice and oppression and awesome subjects like that. But he just really aggravated me. I don't even know where to start. There's so many wrongs with his khutbah. I mean, I can start with the good things. I mean, he did say something about how justice begins with oneself. So he's talking about how we must be just to our own souls, and in that sense, we have responsibilities towards our own actions, to our bodies, and towards God as well. So there's this very introspective spiritual aspect to justice that's really interesting to me. And then there's this community aspect that I had issues with, because he's very much like, I don't know, again, he was using this us versus them language that I don't really like. And then he was talking about how we shouldn't do preferential treatment to other people depending on their like social status or whatnot. But the way we enact justice is the same, and he used the most terrible example ever. He always does this too. I'm just like, he's probably not even like that radical of a person. Just like the examples he uses are just like, I can't do it. So he used the example of the punishment for stealing. which is the cutting off of the hands, and there's like a whole bunch of different rulings on that, and he just like completely doesn't even have this intelligent discussion on this specific Islamic ruling, this specific had punishment that's in the Quran. But no, he's like, when somebody steals, you shouldn't be swayed by whether or not it's your mother or father or somebody who's rich or poor. If he's poor and you're like, oh, he doesn't have any food, so of course he was forced to steal. So we're not gonna execute the had punishment on him, because we can't be swayed by our own desires when we deliver justice, And I'm just like, no. And I just, this is what I did when I was in the masjid. I'm just like, no, I don't, no. I don't know. I get his point, because I'm like, if somebody gives you a whole bunch of money and says, hey, I don't want to be responsible for I don't want to have to answer to my misdeeds, so I'm going to give you a whole bunch of cash to forget about it, that's preferential treatment. I mean, if somebody steals because they're poor,